My son, listen to the soft yet firm sound that is now blowing over your soul. It is not merely a word, it is a calling from heaven. A spiritual trumpet is sounding, though many do not hear it. While the rush of life intoxicates hearts and the noise of the world dulls the senses, I call you to stop, to discern, to be watchful. Yes, to be watchful. Not as someone living in constant fear, but as one who understands that the ground they walk on is not neutral. There is a greater reality, invisible to the natural eyes, but fully perceivable to the awakened spirit. You are on a battlefield, even on peaceful days. You are surrounded by choices, pressures, decisions that may seem small but carry eternal weight. That is why I speak to you clearly today. Open your spiritual eyes, awaken your heart. There are 3 areas that require your constant vigilance: your time, your thoughts, and your relationships. On these 3 pillars stand either great victories or great downfalls. The one who watches remains firm, the distracted one becomes vulnerable. And you were not called to fall, but to overcome. Time, my son, is more precious than you imagine. It doesn't return, it doesn't wait, it does not forgive negligence. Every passing hour carries eternal potential. There are days that seem normal, but hide encounters that change destinies. There are ordinary mornings where I plant seeds of healing, guidance, promises, only seen by those who are attentive. Time is like a field where I sow invisible seeds. Some bloom in days, others in years, but all are strategic. Don't let routine drag you to the point of despising what I want to do today. Yes, today, because it's today that you decide what you'll reap tomorrow. And it is in the now that many battles are won, not when they become visible, but when you choose to stay obedient, even without seeing the fruit. The enemy tries to use time against you, making it seem like you're late, forgotten, or ignored. But I say to you, the one who walks in obedience is never late. My timing is perfect, and everything aligns when you watch your steps and make me your priority. Do not postpone, do not delay what I've already revealed to you. Some decisions must be made while the spiritual window is still open. Watch your time because it is a gateway to the supernatural. And about your thoughts, son, do not underestimate the power they contain. Everything starts within. Every visible war began with an idea, a thought left unchecked. You are bombarded daily. Doubts, fears, accusations, comparisons. The enemy works in the field of the mind, trying to distort what I've said, trying to make you forget what I promised. But I want to teach you to guard your mind like one protects a sacred garden. Every thought is a seed, and every seed, if not rejected, grows. Be careful of bitter roots. Be careful of thoughts that seem harmless but carry poison. Anxiety begins with a disordered thought. Unbelief is born from the habit of feeding doubt. You were not created to be a slave of your mind, but to have a mind renewed by my word. So watch what you think. Don't settle for thoughts that don't come from me. Filter everything. Don't let painful memories, unfair comparisons, or voices of fear fill your mind. You have authority to cast out what does not edify and to keep what gives life. And remember, it is in silence that discernment matures. Silence the noise, turn off the excess, close the door and listen to me. Speak less, think better, pray more, because it is there in the depths of your mind that I want to plant the promises that will change your path. Now listen carefully, watch your alliances, yes, your connections. Not all who walk with you walk for me. Some bonds are gifts, but others are traps. I am the God who unites those with purpose and separates those who walk in illusion. So today I ask you, present to me every person who has access to your heart. There are people who bring peace, but are not of my spirit. There are sweet words hiding evil intentions. Not every companion is a divine assignment. Not every absence is a rejection. There are people I removed from your life because they were distractions disguised as comfort. Do not open your heart quickly, son. Not everyone who smiles is an ally. I know the hearts. I search the secrets, and if you entrust me with your relationships, I will reveal who should walk with you and who merely crossed your path for a season. Not every burden you carry is a cross. There are emotional weights, worn-out relationships, toxic cycles that I never commanded you to carry. Some friendships delay your calling. Some ties drain your spiritual energy. That's why I say, be watchful and trust. Because when you obey me, even if you feel pain from a separation, your soul will be preserved. My son, understand what's at stake is not small. There's territory being contended for. And that territory is your heart, your peace, your vision. When I tell you to be watchful, it is not out of whim, but for protection. Distraction has become costly. Some of my children have lost promises because of mere minutes of carelessness. You are close, very close, to what you've been praying for. You are at the edge of breakthrough. The walls are already trembling before your persistence. The doors are beginning to open before your faithfulness. But now more than ever, it is time for heightened vigilance. The enemy intensifies the noise when revelation is near. He increases distractions when heaven is moving. That's why I say, don't get distracted, don't stop, don't go back. Heaven is speaking, and only those who watch will hear. With every step of obedience, I give you more clarity. With each day you resist the noise, you hear my voice more clearly. With each thought you filter, your mind aligns more with my will. With each relationship you give me, your path becomes lighter and safer. Vigilance, son, is not a sign of fear, it is a sign of maturity. It is the fruit of one who understands that faith is not blind. Faith sees beyond. Faith sees the invisible. Faith discerns the spirit behind situations. That's why you need to look beyond appearances. There are moments when everything seems calm, but hell is conspiring. And there are moments when everything seems turbulent, but I'm about to act in power. The one who watches learns to trust even without understanding. The one who watches prays even when everything seems resolved. The one who watches does not become complacent. And you have been called to this, to be a watchman, to be one who does not sleep while heaven works, to be one who does not close the eyes of faith while promises are in motion. While you watch, I fight for you. While you remain, I advance on your behalf. While you listen, I reveal. And everything that once seemed distant will begin to manifest before your eyes. My son, you are protected, you are loved, you are set apart for a time like this. Do not let spiritual fatigue steal your vigilance. Rise up, renew your spirit, rekindle your faith, because great things are about to happen. But only the attentive will see them. Watch over your time, because every instant can carry a miracle. Watch over your thoughts, because in them your future is built. Watch over your relationships, because you become what you allow into your heart. I am with you. I am your refuge. And all I ask of you today is this: stay watchful, because eyes that see the invisible are never lost in the visible. And now, son, come closer still, for the one who watches is not only a guard, but also a vessel, ready to be filled, ready to be poured out. I do not call you to constant alertness merely to protect you, but to prepare you. Because what I am forming in you is not ordinary. I am shaping you into a beacon, one who not only sees but leads others out of the shadows. Many will not understand your caution. Some will mislabel your silence as coldness, your discernment as suspicion, your solitude as pride. But do not let their lack of understanding distract you. The path of consecration is often misunderstood by the crowd. The narrow road always seems strange to those who've grown used to compromise. I've not asked you to walk the broad path. I have asked you to walk with me, even when that means walking alone for a season. I'm not raising a performer. I am raising a priest, one who stands between heaven and earth, one who dares to weep for others, one who can carry my heart even when it feels heavy. So be warned, son. The enemy does not only attack your weakness, he often tempts you through what seems noble. He will try to use your compassion to bind you to relationships I never ordained. He will use your desire to please to lead you into silence when I ask you to speak. That's why I insist. Discern not only what is evil, but also what is almost good, yet not mine. Some things seem close to my will, but are still outside of it. Some opportunities shine brightly, but carry no oil. Some doors open, but not every open door is divine. I want you to develop the kind of spiritual clarity that knows how to pause, to inquire, and to say no without guilt when I have not said yes. Obedience will cost you approval, but it will protect your calling. Now listen, son, there are moments of acceleration ahead, but I don't want you to sprint in your own strength. When my wind moves, you won't need to strive. You'll only need to align. It is alignment, not ambition, that brings speed in my kingdom. Let me be your pace setter. You are not in a race against people. You are in a journey with purpose. And timing matters. I would rather you walk slowly in obedience than run fast into a mistake. Yes, I've seen your desire to move forward. I've heard your cries about delay, but what you call delay, I often call refining. What you see as waiting, I see as weaving. I am intertwining strength into your spirit. I am fortifying your roots before I lift you into visibility, because if your foundation is shallow, elevation will destroy you. But if your roots go deep, no storm will shake you. My son, understand this. You cannot carry the weight of destiny with a distracted spirit. You cannot walk in purpose if you're entangled in emotional confusion. That's why I ask for your full attention, because the greater the calling, the more precise the preparation. Even now I am pruning you, not to hurt you, but to make room for more fruit. I'm refining your character, not because you failed, but because I trust you with more. And I discipline those I love, not as punishment, but as proof that I am invested in your future. Do not despise this season. Do not curse the silence. I speak deeply in quiet places. I mold powerfully when the world sees nothing. Your hidden season is not a burial, it is a planting. And those who are planted in me will rise in due time. So stop measuring your progress by visible results. I'm doing more in the unseen than you realize. I am setting divine appointments you don't yet see. I'm softening hearts you haven't even met. I'm placing favor in places where your name has not yet been spoken, but will be. That is why you must not break your gaze. Lift your eyes even when everything around you tells you to lower them. Keep your eyes on the hills, on the unseen throne, on the unshakable hope, on me. Because soon, son, you will look back and understand. You will see how every closed door redirected you, how every delay protected you, how every moment of pain produced in you a glory that far outweighs the weight you once carried. But until then, watch. Watch for divine signals. Watch for my whisper in the chaos. Watch for unusual peace in unexpected places. That peace will be your compass. And don't be afraid to walk alone. The path of destiny is often narrow, but I will never leave you on it. My presence will walk with you in the shadows, my hand will steady your steps, and my voice will keep speaking, especially when you're most tempted to quit. Watch also how you respond to correction. Pride resists it. Maturity embraces it. The fool is destroyed by truth that the wise man uses to rise. So when I confront you, don't run. Let my light expose the hidden things, not to shame you, but to set you free. Freedom is not found in pretending you're strong. It's found in admitting your need and surrendering it fully to me. Sun remains soft. The world hardens hearts. But a soft heart hears me clearly. Stay sensitive to conviction. Stay open to my interruptions. I will sometimes break your plans to fulfill my purpose. Let me interrupt your calendar. Let me override your strategy. You've asked me to lead, so allow me to rearrange what you thought was settled. And beware of apathy. It often enters quietly. The slow leak of passion happens when you stop watching. Stay awake, even in success. Stay low, even in blessing. Stay hungry, even in abundance. For I will pour more on those who remain thirsty. I will speak louder to those who keep listening. I will reveal deeper things to those who ask for more than comfort. To those who ask for me. I am not finished with you. Not even close. There are rooms in your spirit you haven't yet unlocked. There are dimensions of my voice you've yet to explore. There are spiritual weapons you've barely begun to use. So rise and keep watch. This is your training ground. Every test, every tension, every silence, it's all equipping you. For a time is coming when others will look to you for direction, and what you gain now in private will sustain you when the pressure is public. Don't fear the future. Fear only losing sight of me. As long as you stay with me, you are safe, even in battle. And yes, there will be battles, but not all storms come to destroy. Some come to reveal what's anchored. I will use storms to confirm your foundation, but if you remain, if you endure, if you keep watch, you will emerge with strength that cannot be shaken and vision that cannot be stolen. So one last time, my son, guard your time, because destiny moves through moments. Guard your mind, because what you believe shapes who you become. And guard your relationships, because who walks with you influences the direction of your soul. You are mine, called, sealed, and being prepared for what eyes have not seen. So stay watchful, for what's coming is not just an answer to your prayer, it is the fulfillment of my promise.